right, so this one is going to be very interesting because it's from the Xbox Wire. This is not from any other articles or anything like that. So this is going to be very interesting. So apparently there has been, we already know there's some changes that are going on with Xbox with the new CEO talking about the Game Pass prices going down. Well, for Ultimate, I'm not sure about the other ones, but for Ultimate, prices are going down. So the CEO did a town hall meeting and decided to put something out. It was Matt and Asha. So let's see what they said, because this is a very interesting one. They said this message is sent to the Xbox employees only. And also, I'll have this link down in the description below as well. So if you guys do like this content, make sure to drop a like and also comment down below and subscribe to the channel. And then also follow me on other platforms, on Twitch, on YouTube, on Rumble, which is brand new, and then also on Kick as well. And if you tune in around at 1 p.m. 1 a.m. EST, we will be live, and we usually do these article reads and everything. So if you guys miss it, you guys have the video, but if not, hey, welcome in. So all right, let's see what's going on here. Dear team, Xbox has always been different. We started with a simple idea. Games should bring people together through shared experiences. That led to the first Xbox in 2001, Xbox Live in 2002, and new ways to connect, from friends, lists, and achievements to parties and play across devices. So today, Xbox reaches over 500 million players around the world, with some of the most important franchises in entertainment. From the beginning, Xbox was built by people willing to try things that others wouldn't. We placed our consumer bet inside an enterprise company because we believed gaming would define the living room, and we are at the risk of missing it, which is true. That spirit has carried us through the last 25 years, and it is required to carry us forward. Yeah, when they started doing the whole everything is an Xbox thing, just my own personal thing, when you do the whole like everything is an Xbox, and they really wanted to push going mobile and outside the living room, then it's like, okay, yeah, we're going into the world of somewhat mobile games, but what's going on with, like, you know, at home in the living room type of stuff? Nothing. So she said we have work to do. Players are frustrated. New feature drops on consoles have been less frequent. Our presence on PC isn't strong enough. Pricing is getting harder for people to keep up with, and core experiences like search, discovery, social, and personalization still feel too fragmented. Developers and publishers are asking for more. 2, better tools, better insights, and a platform that helps them grow faster. At the same time, a new generation of players is coming online with different expectations. Their time is split across games, media, and everything else competing for attention. They expect more content in familiar places, want to shape the worlds they play in, and want to create and socialize together, not just play together. So having some way of doing a social interaction. So it seems like from this right here is like showing it's kind of like the idea of how Xbox 360 was. Those that do not know, Xbox 360, I'm talking about very beginning of Xbox 360, where we had the blades. You were able to you know, talk to friends, do you know, do voice chats, like little Xbox Live parties and stuff like that, which was awesome. And then later on, when Xbox adopted Netflix, this is when Netflix was coming into the picture, and this was still around the time when you could still rent DVDs and stuff from Netflix, which was awesome. They just brought in the digital component to Netflix, so it was really cool, because what you can do is you can whoever had a Netflix account, you can actually invite people over, and when you boot up the app, you invite your friends and you guys can sit and watch a movie. Like, you know, obviously I can watch it in my home, or my buddy would watch it at his house and everything like that, which was really cool. And then later on, when they started adding, when they changed it and went away from the blades, which still hurt by that, they did the Xbox avatar, and then that's when they wanted to add like that's when they wanted to become more social with it, so you can like interact with your Xbox avatars with your friends and stuff, seeing what they're doing and things like that. And also they kind of enhanced the whole Netflix, where now you can have like your avatar sit in a movie theater and then they show a screen, but if you click the screen, then you can like do a full screen, and it was pretty cool. I actually liked how they did that, and that came from Nintendo Wii with their Mii characters. So there's a competition there with Nintendo for once. So anyway, these changes are happening as the industry reshapes around us. Console remains large and stable. Windows now represents more players and more hours, and is increasingly where competition is most intense. Players have access to more games than ever, even as the cost and time to build blockbuster titles continues to rise, putting pressure on what gets made and how risk is taken. Some of the biggest recent hits are coming from small teams or even single creators. Shout out to the indies. And places like Roblox are producing more experiences that rival major franchises in scale. Roblox is kind of an iffy example because of shit that's going on in Roblox. And you know, if you know, you know. Those that do not know, there's a lot of stuff involving kids and it's illegal and stuff. Like there's a lot of bad stuff that's happening over there. So I'm just saying that not entirely everything in Roblox, but the way how like it was being handled wasn't good. So it was, yeah, it was pretty rough. Players are also choosing subscriptions and services as their primary way to play. The expectations set around instant access, ongoing value, and libraries that evolve continuously. This is not entirely true. The reason why they're choosing subscriptions and services as their primary way to play is because there's no other option. Like in order to play online, you have to have a subscription, and that's always been a thing with Xbox ever since the beginning of Xbox Live. But now it's like almost every single game that you play, you have to have online. You have to have Xbox Live or something around that, or Xbox Game Pass, you know, in order to access it. Let's see here. And the expectations around instant access. It's cool to have, it's great to have instant access, but I wouldn't care if I have a little bit of load time if I just pop a disc into the console and I can just play it. I don't have to download anything. I don't have to, like when I buy a game, let me back it up. Let me rewind it a little bit. And this is why I also say this is where midnight releases die. And all my old heads or whatever you want to call them, you guys know midnight releases. So this is what happened. Midnight release, let's just say Halo 2. You go to your GameStop, you go to your Best Buy, they had it too. Your Best Buy, your Hollywood Videos, your Game Crazies, your EB Games, GameStop, wherever, right? You would stand outside, depending on how hardcore of the fan base is and everything like that, you would be standing outside for a few hours. And while you're there, you know, line forms up and everything, people are excited, they got the receipts ready to show the people so they can get whatever edition they get. And you're in line and you're meeting people and you're like, oh, you excited for Halo 2, right? And they're like, yeah. You're like, it was like, what are you gonna do first? And people are like, oh, I'm gonna play the campaign. Some people are like, oh, I'm just gonna go straight into multiplayer. Some people are like, I'm gonna go into ranked mode because I want to become the best rank. And then that's when you're like, oh shoot, like that's what I'm gonna be doing too. And then everybody's talking about it and excited. And then what happens? You start exchanging gamer tags and stuff like that. If you got Xbox Live, you know, and talking more about the game. And people were like really excited about it. I remember I was. You get into the store, like, you know, when the employees, they open up the door, everybody's like, whoa, yeah, like they excited and stuff like that, right? You go in, you show them your little paper receipt, you get your copy of your game. Either you get the regular one, you get the limited edition, and you get the collector's edition. Back then, collector's edition was $150. That was the highest. Now look at limited editions now, where even limited editions are like $100 or $150. It's insane. I digress. You go home, you have the hard copy in your hand. You go home, act like this is Halo. You go home, you're like, all right, cool. I'm gonna open this up, you know, take the wrapper off, throw the wrapper, you know, get yelled at by your parents because you were littering and stuff and you didn't throw it away. Anyway, you got the disc, you turn on your Xbox, you open the disc, you pull off the disc, you put it into your console. It loads up, it says Xbox, and then it loads up the game. That's it. You don't need to download anything or nothing like that. That's what makes a great amount of people, including myself, that makes a lot of people mad now, where it's like you take a game now, pop it into your console, and instead of just immediately playing, they're like, oh, you need to install the game onto your console. It just ruins it. And now they're trying to benefit where everything goes over to digital, where it's like, oh, if you get the limited edition digital, oh, you get 3 days early access. But if you get the hard copy, you don't get the 3 days early access. You don't get anything special. You actually get less than what digital holders get. And that's one of the big issues that I have when it comes to digital games, is they try to push everybody towards that instead of saying, hey, what can we do for physical copy holders? Do they get something special because they got the physical copy and they can't get the 3-day early access when, you know, digital can? Like, have some way to balance that, to compensate it for it. It'd be great, instead of just trying to be like, hey, you got a little more of an incentive if you do digital, and try to push people over to digital. A lot of people love physical copies. I love them. I love having physical copy games. All right, so that's what I wanted to talk about. I'm sorry, I was going on huge tangent and rant for that one. Anyway, they said that the industry is becoming global and competitive. More than half of the market's revenue, players, and growth are happening outside of our core markets. But the rest of the world is not just a large market. Developers are increasingly competing with the most established Western studios, combining scale, speed, and willingness to reinvent genres many once considered mature. Here's the problem: nobody asked for it. I'm just like in a consumer standpoint, nobody really asked for them to reinvent things. Like they don't need to reinvent the wheel. Franchises that are working, that are doing well, that already work, they're well established, keep doing that. That's fine. Just keep doing it. Keep keep putting out those games and stuff. Do slight improvements. For a great example was Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell was a game where you sneak around. It was a single player component of the game, and it had a little not even a little, it had like a tiny bit of action, but mainly you were sneaking. Then they said, oh, how are we going to make the next game, which is Pandora's Tomorrow, better than the last one? Oh, let's add where now you can sneak around during the daytime and you're outside. On top of that, we're gonna change the weaponry out. Now, instead of just having the pistol, you have like an AR as well, which was awesome. And then Chaos Theory, I think it was Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory is like, how are we gonna do this one? Oh, let's go ahead and add multiplayer in it, and it's a co-op. So then you can have 2 spies, which was awesome. And then I think was it Conviction? I think the next one, basically they added multiplayer PvP where they had spies versus mercs, and that was fun. Like doing that and still staying with like how the core game is, that's fine. But when they start doing big changes for games and not really keeping the main component, the core gameplay of how it is, it's not really the same. It's not the same game anymore. It's a different game with just the same name, and that's what makes people mad. And they're like, "Why did you guys do that?" All right, they said that the model that got us here won't be the one that takes us forward. They said the Xbox will be where the world plays. What does Xbox become in the next era? Xbox will be where world plays and creates. We will build a global platform that connects players and creators everywhere. Console is at the foundation, which is true, delivering a premium experience. Oh no, and cloud brings that experience to any device. You can play where you want, and your games progress, friends, and identity stay with you across console, PC, mobile, and cloud. Okay, here's my question, because I don't play it. I don't use it. All the PC players, let me know in the comments down below, and also chat if you guys are here too. As a PC player, do you guys use the Microsoft Store or the Xbox interface, or do you guys use Steam? Because that's what I wonder. Because they really try to push the whole like having the game on PC and things like that. But what I've been seeing most of the time of me being on PC is that everybody's just on Steam. If there's a game that's on Xbox, they're like, oh, we'll just wait for it to be on Steam, because a lot of people don't want to buy, or a lot of people don't want to download Xbox, or they don't want to download the Microsoft Store in order to buy that game, if that makes sense. I'm just saying, sorry. It's just what I've seen. It's what I've observed. So it said that Xbox will be built to be affordable, personal, and open. We will offer flexible pricing, so it's easy to get started and keep playing. The experience will adapt to you, letting you customize how you play, helping you find what you love and connecting you with the right people. And we will be open to all creators, from individuals to the largest studios, giving anyone the tools to reach a global audience and keep their games growing over time. Our new North Star will be daily active players. Okay. We will execute this through our priorities: hardware, content, experience, and services. All right, so let's see where they're going with this. So with the hardware, they said stabilize Gen 9 as a healthy and high quality base. Okay. Deliver Project Helix to lead in performance and play your console and PC games. Now, again, people are still skeptical about this one because they're like, okay, remember she was talking about pricing, that it's hard for people to catch up with the pricing. So when it comes to this Project Helix being a console, being able to play console and PC games, what's the price point? What are we talking here? Especially with the performance as well, especially in this next part. Leading in comfortable, personal, high-performance accessories. Those are going to be pretty pricey. Building a strong ecosystem that expands choice and reach. Okay. Now going into content. Grow and extend an enduring portfolio of franchises players love. Evolve third-party partnerships and strengthen our 5-year slate. Expand into China, emerging markets, and mobile first audiences. I wonder what that means for that one, like what they're going to do exactly. Maintain and grow in live games and long-term stewardship. The elevate creator-centric platforms like Minecraft, The Elder Scrolls, and Sea of Thieves. Okay, so I wonder, okay, content-wise, this seems good. It sounds good. We gotta see what happens. Gotta see what happens here. But sounds good, but I don't know. Not entirely sure. There's some things that I'm quite concerned with. Experience. He said fix the fundamentals for players and partners. Make Xbox the best place for developers and creators to build and grow. So my thing is, are they trying to bring back Xbox Arcade like they did with the 360? Because a lot of people were making games like Castle Crashers, Aegis Wing, Alien Hominid, even Battlefield 1943 or 1942, or was it 40? I can't remember. One of the Battlefield franchises were even on Xbox Arcade. Arcading Warriors, like there's a lot of games that were on the arcade, and it was really cool. I mean, that's how I found out about Castle Crashers and stuff, and in New Ground games and stuff like that, which was awesome. Or them coming back. Sorry, New Ground coming back and stuff like that, which was awesome. So I wonder if they're talking about doing that. I hope hope it's not like, oh, what we'll do is we'll have those games just come to, if you're making a game and you want it to put and you want us to like really blow it up, just throw it on Game Pass. I don't want that. I wouldn't want that. Hopefully it's like they have an Xbox arcade type of thing instead of having the Game Pass. Anywho, overhaul, discovery, customization, social and personalization to connect to the community. Give us the blades back. Let's see here. Services. It said fortify Game Pass with clear differentiation. Sorry, and sustainable economics. Okay. So they did. I mean, they did it with Game Pass, but can we get a little lower? It's still a little pricey, but can we get a little lower? Let's see. Return the business to durable growth with strong cost discipline. Yeah. Stop giving games hundreds of millions of dollars for development. Let me put it this way. Cap it at 100 million. If it's an existing IP, a franchise, cap it at 100 million. If it's a brand new IP, you get lower. Sorry, you get lower. You're getting 70 million. You're getting 50 to 70 million dollars. That's it. That's it. You don't get anything else. You work with what you got. That means you can't put bullshit in the game. And then and you have to be very careful and very cognizant of what you're doing, because if you're like, oh damn, we messed up, we have to go and do something else. You ain't got no more money to fix that cost or to fix the game. That is poor decision. So I hope they like that's what to do. It'd be awesome. Make cloud play feel native, fast and reliable across TVs and low cost devices. I never use cloud. Let's see. Use M&A, not sure what that is, deliberately to accelerate growth where organic paths are too slow. Along the way, we will reevaluate our approach to exclusivity, windowing, and AI. God dang it. And share more as we learn and decide. I just hope they don't do the whole BS that they did with that they're trying to do with PlayStation, where they're like, hey, what you need to do is, when somebody's like, hey, I'm stuck on this, how would I fix this? And then like you ask Xbox, how would I fix this? And they'd be like, okay, so this is what you would do. And then they would tell you how to do it. And so I hope they don't do that. We are Xbox. Here we go. So they said that to achieve our master plan, the way we work must transform. Our best work happens when the full stack moves together. Microsoft Gaming describes our structure, but it does not describe our ambition, which is true. So we're going back to where we started and changing our team's name. We are Xbox. I'm not even sure when they even changed it to Microsoft Gaming, but I'm glad that it's back to the Xbox name and the brand, because holy crap. They said that we are a high agency culture where wild and wonderful ideas thrive. Our job is not to smooth over our differences, but to connect everyone into something greater than any one studio or product. We have to be honest about where we are. We're a challenger, and meeting this moment will require pace, energy, and a level of self-critique that should feel uncomfortable. At our best, before we do that, I'm gonna say this part. Yeah, we're a challenger. Where'd it go? And self-critique should feel uncomfortable. This part, self-critique should feel uncomfortable. So when people in the online space are giving you genuine critiques, I'm not saying that, oh, this game is ass or it sucks and this and that. If they give you like exact things of why it's not good, and then they give you ways of how to possibly turn that problem around, instead of feeling attacked, they should be like, oh, we should take this into consideration. This is what people are talking about. A lot of people are talking about this, so this is a big problem. We should fix this. Instead of being like, oh, they're attacking us and stuff like that. Cut that shit out. If people feel offended, if people take offense to the criticisms, like legit like feedback, then they don't need to work out the studio. They don't need to work out the companies. I'm just going to say that now. And I'm just going to say this because this is from a personal experience. If somebody made artwork and you submitted it to, your superior, and they look at it and they say, this is shit, you're pretty much screwed on that part. You're screwed. So, all right. So they said at our best, they said 1, earn every player, protect our art. How's that going to work with it? Again, I got to figure out what they're going to go with this AI thing. So I'm just going to, stay rebellious, progress over perfection. That one's kind of iffy. Signal over economy, core before more, outwork the problem, speed is learning, makers over managers. That's just true. Clarity is kindness. So my thing is signal over economy. What do you mean by that? And then core before more. Core, I can understand. Like hopefully it's the gaming core, like for gameplays and stuff like that for games, like trying to stay grounded to the Xbox brand, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Speed is learning. I don't know about that one. So then they said, over the last 5 years, Xbox and the industry have been through an unimaginable amount of change, and this team has continued to deliver through it for our community. Thank you for staying focused on what matters. 62 days in, we're proud of how we've honored our commitments of great games, return of Xbox, and future of play. We're here to do the most creative and courageous work of our lives, and that's what we'll do together. With gratitude, Matt and nausea. Okay, so I mean, it's again, it's nice that they're going back to this and everything. Yes, like they're going back to what makes Xbox great. We need to go back to making Xbox great, which is good. But again, I have to see things go into motion, the actions being done for me to believe it. This right now, it's great that this is being said, but I can't fully. I'm holding back. I'm trying to be optimistic about it, but I gotta hold back on it because I want to be like, oh, you know, like in fully being it. So I'm cautiously optimistic when it comes to this. We shall see. But it looks like they're trying to go in the right, obviously go in a better direction, because Xbox right now Xbox over the past few years was not good. Like Xbox was a joke. People were selling their Xboxes to get PlayStations or to get other systems. And they're like, what's the point of having an Xbox? Nothing great is coming out. What I really want to see is new IPs coming out. That's what I really want to see. I want to see like brand new IPs and stuff coming out and everything like that, which would be very nice. And those doing well. Also a big thing is when it comes to Xbox as well is they also want to help out like, you know, newer generations, like, you know, focus on that. Yeah, same time, new generation of players is coming online with different expectations. So here's my thing. What does this mean for Xbox as a whole when it comes to job markets? Like when it comes to the job market, are you opening up more positions? Because here's the thing, there are people that have brand, like, I mean, there's people that are eager to be in the game industry and everything, or yeah, there are people that are eager to be in the industry, right? They have great ideas. But the thing is, they don't have the experience, which is impossible for them to get because they can't get the experience if they can't work at those said companies. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to be able to hire some people? I don't know, have some interns or hire some entry level, have like a few entry level positions, spit some ideas out. We'll have them learn and stuff like that. And then after that, spit some ideas out to help make the brand better, because I will admit I'm old. I got my Xbox account is 19 years old apparently. I mean, I've been there since day one of Xbox when it originally released. I will say this, me not being hired, that's fine. But like other, like people younger, like have them be hired over there and have them spit some ideas out, because that's how, like, how are you going to appeal to the younger generation if you don't have a young generation working there with you guys? Better to hear from them and everything. It's just like working on a game, you know, like, I don't know, working on a Battlefield game. It could be Battlefield, Call of Duty, whatever. You would want to have somebody that has played the game and is really familiarized with the game and everything to help work on the next game to make it better, right? That's what you would want to do. But if you're going to not gatekeep them, but if you're going to keep them out and not hire them or anything, then you got a problem. You got a huge problem. So just saying. So anyway, that's all I got for this video. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and everything. I'll be sure to drop this in the description down below, and I'll make sure to have this video uploaded and everything like that. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about Xbox right now. First of all, with the CEO doing, like, being only 2 months in and doing all this stuff, do you think it's going to hold up? Do you guys think it's not going to hold up? Are there going to be some issues that are going to arise? Are these, I wasn't going to say promises, but these tasks, do you think they're going to be upheld, and are they going to keep this going? So let me know what you guys' thoughts are about the whole thing with Xbox. And yeah, it's Alpha Chino. See you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.